story on why she had to respond, just couldn't stay back and just said, you know what? I feel like the Lord's calling me to this baptism. And so Michelle's going to share about that this morning.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, so please bear with me. Okay, so I got baptized when I was 16 years old. I want to say that I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. But life went on. So the day of the baptisms, it was not on my heart or on my mind that the Lord was going to call me to the waters. I was in complete shock. Also, I was doing worship slides, so I guess you can say that day I had a very Martha mentality, like, okay, do this, do that. And during the baptisms and even during the call for anyone else to get baptized, I heard from the Lord, clear as day, Michelle, you need to get baptized. And I thought it was just me. I was like, no, it's just my thoughts. Like, no, I have so much to do. I need to do the slides. I need to make sure that this doesn't mess up anyone else's worship, that the whole congregation can, lock in with the Lord. Because I know when the songs, if you don't know the songs and none of the lyrics are on there, you're like, okay, what are the words? What are the next words? I don't know this song. So that was my heart that morning. And so I just kept ignoring the Lord's voice. And I kept hearing it multiple times. Michelle, this is your time. This is your moment. And I felt like I was kind of wrestling with the Lord. I was like, Lord, why am I going to get baptized again if I got baptized at 16? I mean, then I felt like I knew what I was going through or being called to. But at the same time, I know at that age, and life can get to you, especially as a teenager and then going to college. So I guess to kind of share a bit of my testimony that after I got baptized, I thought, life was going to be fine, great. Okay, I did my due diligence as a Christian. Okay, now that's it. And so with that mentality, even entering, going to UMW, unfortunately, I got into a lot of unhealthy habits, getting into, alcohol, and I have a family history of alcoholism, and just not really going down the right path. Sorry. Let's just say, my college years were very, very hard. Of course, I stepped away from the Lord, but I was in and out. I was very much lukewarm, and kind of just neglected the Lord, especially coming from my previous church, from a lot of church hurt, and just a lot that goes with it. But then I remember that day, as Luke remembers as well, I was under this tree on campus. I don't know why I was dancing, but I was just having the time of my life, just feeling the joy, just being present. And honestly, I don't really know what was going on through my mind, but I remember Luke coming to me that day and just introducing himself and inviting me to the center, this campus ministry at Marin, Washington. And, I kept that on my heart, but I wasn't really fully committed. And then, of course, I met my sweet friends, Brandon and Kelsey. They were the ones that really were like a pillar in my life. And through these people, the Lord used them to bring me back to his feet. And of course, years passed by, and then, Selah House came to be, and that's when I started going back. And I felt like since then, with, the leadership of Luke and, of course, his amazing wife, Amanda, through the constant discipleship, through the constant tears and healing, I felt the Lord, call me back to his feet, and I felt that he was healing the deep wounds I had in my heart from growing up in my previous church, and what I thought made me a Christian. I feel like throughout these past couple of years, the enemy has been attacking me, my identity and my worth and my value and my voice, making me doubt who I am as an individual. But God, as like he's just the ultimate pursuer, just thinking back, he has never left me, and the constant battles, the constant thoughts of wanting to give up, the constant the arrows that the enemy would just pound at me, like the Lord never left my side, and the Lord always brought me back up, and he always called me back, saying like, these other things don't satisfy. And it's true, I've learned that the things of this world do not satisfy. Although the flesh wants to do what it wants to do, in the end of the day, like, it really doesn't have any value. In the end of the day, it doesn't feel good. And so I felt like that day when the Lord was calling me, I kept getting like a reflection of just like flashback of just all the different moments where the Lord saved me and where he saved my life, and the multiple times where he has called me back to his feet. And again, I was still having that Martha moment. I was like, Lord, thank you, but I have to do these slides. I can't. But then I kept hearing from the Lord, like, and like, please be obedient now or never. And I felt like the Lord saying, like, you have to do this today or else you're going to walk out with so much regret. And actually, when I saw Beth Pharaoh go to the waters, I felt that immediate fire on my heart. Like, it was this burning sensation. I kept asking the Lord, okay, if this is from you, just keep giving me signs, because like, I don't want to do this. Like, there's so many people here. Like, I already got baptized. Why do I need to do this again? I feel like I've grown, I've healed. Like, why do I need to go back there again? And really, it was like the fear of man, the fear of like, what would people think about me? Especially as someone who is like a worship leader or a cadre leader. I was like, why am I going to do this? Like, people are just probably going to think poorly of me. Just a lot of things that the enemy just kept pounding at my head. But as soon as I got to the waters, Luke actually looked at me and he said, like, that was so from the Lord. He said, do not look at the people around you, look at the Lord. And I felt that was just such a confirmation from the Lord, saying this is what I have to do. And yeah, the rest was history. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for what the Lord has done and in my life. And I can't thank him enough. And yeah. Amen.
Well, so why don't we just stand to our feet this morning? We're going to go into a time of worship.